You can't tell me that Ringo Starr created like objectively awesome
You're kidding. Drums?
drums.
Dude, delete him from the Beatles. And you get a drastically different sound.
I'm not
different band, different
hold on.
everything.
You're saying things like, yeah, but he's iconic. Oh, but it would have been different. Of course,
Your
it'd be
question
of course, it would be different.
Is he a good drummer? Does he drum well?
No, my original question was, is Tom Petty a good singer?
An amazing singer.
No.
He sounds like Tom Petty.
I'm not asking if he's recognizable.
But that's part of their job. Their job is
He can't hold a note for more than like... He can't even hold a note out.
I would say the people have spoken.
Hold on.
It's good.
I'm not saying Tom Petty is bad. I'm not saying the music is bad. I'm saying objectively, by all measure of singing,
I think
he's
that's
not a
an
good
impossible
singer.
question. What's objective about music? What's objective about it? I like this. I don't like that. You like that guy. I think they're great. That's not objective.
I don't know, man.
There's not some standard that like makes it like an opera singer might actually hit those standards and not be a great singer because they're terrible and boring.
I went on the
Okay, so hold.
Which is a subjective statement.
But I guess I'm looking to objectify it though.
Yeah, you're trying to put an art and put it in a box and say, is this good or bad? It's like that's the wrong question.
I'm not saying that that's the only question I'm asking. I think Tom Petty is excellent. I think Tom Petty was...
Well, there you go. You answered your own question.
No, but all while being objectively not a good singer.
No. Terrible. I'm surprised you are making this error. This is a fallacy that you're normally like the fallacy police.
Well,
I think
I try.
I saw, just for the record, I saw Tom Petty live, and this was 99. It was on the back lot of NBC Studios. He was doing the Jay Leno performance. I remember they used to film those performances outside during the summer. Yeah. And he looked like the Crypt Keeper. He was old. He looked like a skeleton with long hair.
Was this like late 90s?
Late 90s.
Yeah.
He looked awful.
Yeah.
But he sounded great.
He does sound good.
I mean, the band sounded good. You know what I mean? It sounded like Tom Petty. And they did a bunch of tunes, and it was great. It's interesting, though, because if you take away Ringo, is it safe to say that any band that like has a long discography, whether it be the Beatles or Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers or Led Zeppelin, anybody that has a long stand isn't just a front man, right? GNR,
U2.
Yeah, U2, where the band really stays the same and they make across decades hits, records. It's kind of like magic. Like you can't formulate it. I mean, not unless you're Lou Reed and you're putting boy bands together. Then you can formulate it pretty easily. But but it's like kind of magic. You know what I mean? And I think the interesting thing is like if you took Ringo out and you put someone else in, would you have had the magic? Like we don't really know because we don't know like what the interactions were. We know some of it from that new documentary, but we don't really know how the songwriting would have changed. We don't know how the interpersonal conflicts would have been.
Of course.
So like, it's kind of like if you said, man, they make the most amazing pastries at French Laundry. You know, it's a Michelin rated,
it's famous.
It's famous. People know French Laundry. And the guy who was on that show, Cake Boss, on TV, if you ever saw that show, Cake Boss, he was at Michelin. He was there for a while. He learned to do cakes there. Anyway, it's a famous place in Yountville, California, and a famous restaurant. I think it's one of the only 4 Michelin star restaurants, or the chef there has a... Anyway, if you've worked there, you can go work anywhere. Mm-hmm. And they, the guy who... there was a guy who got a job there. I remember I saw this thing on TV. It was that Cake Boss guy. They were like, okay, make something. Like, this is your audition. And he made a cake. And the idea was like, a cake is so lowbrow for a place like this. Like, nobody makes a cake to show you what a great pastry chef they were. Mm-hmm. And I think of something like that. It's like, maybe you could go somewhere and get the very best cake. But like, maybe the flour is just from Safeway or Publix. Like it's the normal flour you would get anywhere. But like but you could, with that flour, that seemingly uninteresting, not unique, low quality flour, it's possible to make maybe the greatest cake you've ever tasted. And so I think of like Ringo, where I go, yeah, maybe he's not really that good, but like he's the flour that the cake needed. You know, like, because there's maybe these other elements, John, Paul, and
other dude.
and George. No, George. No. No, but what I was going to say, and that
other dude.
There
no,
was
but
more of them, right?
what I was going to say was, and obviously things got volatile very quickly once someone else entered. Once like Yoko enters, but then there was all these other things between George and John, and all, like it obviously was a fragile thing.
Yeah.
And so if you had put anyone else there, so like, is Ringo objectively good? Like, if you take him out and just judge him outside that context, he's not.
That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm saying. If you take Tom Petty and if you take Tom Petty exactly the way he is, but he never was Tom Petty from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and he went and auditioned at American Idol, would he get far?
But
that's what I'm asking.
That
that-
is not the objective standard for singing, though.
Or
That one
songwriting,
show.
No,
or songwriting,
obviously
right?
not.
Or
I mean,
songwriting, because
obviously-
they've written great songs. I know that's a big part
you
of
guys,
the.
you guys are saying that I'm arguing for stuff that I'm not arguing
Right.
for.
But what is the objective of being a good singer? How do you know that you've accomplished that?
Can you sing long? Can you hold notes on pitch for some amount of time, right?
Okay.
And can you, yeah, like can you? I
But
want.
who's deciding these things? Like, we were talking about Bob Dylan earlier. Same question. Is he a good singer?
He's not a good singer.
He's not.
He's a great songwriter.
He's not.
And
Didn't
he
you-
had a sound.
Didn't you watch that documentary about the
But
We
his-
Are the World?
But
thing?
Bob's son is a much better singer than Bob was.
For sure. Did you watch that documentary
No.
about how they recorded that song? Well, that We Are the World.
No, I didn't see the documentary, but I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the song.
Right?
Sure.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Watch that documentary and see him. He recognizes
You know, well-
that he is out of. He's
Okay,
like
he can't sing.
He's like
Yeah.
I can't sing.
Yeah.
He's like barely singing, right? And I'm not saying that he's like bad for it.
I mean, Bob Dylan
Right?
Bob Dylan did Bob Dylan.
Yeah, Bob
right?
Dylan
and
was
like,
Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
And
for
that's
sure.
and that was a whole sound, right? In
Right.
that way, it's interesting because like, is Bob Dylan an objectively great singer? Probably not, but he wrote to his voice, and that was Bob
Totally.
Dylan's style. And
Right.
so,
Totally.
People love him.
yeah, he
Totally.
wasn't gonna like flourish in another band.
No, and that's the
He
thing.
had to be Bob
and you're
Dylan.
right. So that's where you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. It
He
is
couldn't
like
have been the drummer for the Beatles.
no.
To mix metaphors or to mix something. I don't know.
No, I mean you
Yeah.
guys you're absolutely right. Like it's lightning in a bottle or whatever, right? It's magic, and you take one thing out or you add another ingredient.
Yeah.
And I
the
will
thing-
go a step further.
and the
It-
thing explodes.
If you tuned his vocals and made him hold out notes, Tom Petty, all this stuff, I don't think it would improve the music.
I don't think so either.
That to me is a signal
I
that
think it's
not
really-
like the imperfections.
yeah.
You can still say he's a good singer with limitations.
I'll counter you with this though.
Yeah.
The Beatles are four of the most incredible musicians who could play that stuff live, sing incredibly well. All of them were great musicians. Maybe Ringo's but you still hear on I forget which tune where you hear Paul in the background yell, "Oh hell, I hit the wrong chord." It's on the record.
Wow.
You
Right.
can hear it just barely. You
Right.
can hear something, but people always say that's the full chord. Oh hell, I hit the wrong chord, and it like got picked up by a mic and left in the mix. So I don't know what point I have for that, but it
Well,
was
that
nobody's
did happen, though.
I mean, nobody's perfect.
nobody's perfect, and
Yeah.
he's yelling, "I made a mistake on the record," and somehow made it on the record. It's like the most. It's like the most amateur movie.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how they,
Right.
how they didn't know it. There's also I forget what it is. In Van Halen has a song where you can like hear doors slamming or something. You can hear like a door closing or someone yelling "Get out!" and then the door slams.
But it was such a good take. They're like, we have to
I don't
keep
know
it
how
up.
they
Yeah.
didn't notice or
Right,
whatever,
Yeah.
but
I realized that my argument too, like, played to its furthest extent. Anyone could be a good singer. Like there are no objectives. now,
Exactly.
you know, so I guess I'm not arguing that.
okay. I think though, if you were going to have any sort of a singing
I thought it-
competition, or you took someone who and said,
Right.
here's what makes up a good singer," I think there is validity in the argument in saying this thing is required to be a good singer, right? Could you be the best singer in the world and never not have any vibrato? Surely not. Could you be the best singer in the world and not have accurate pitch?
Right.
It's like there is some standard you could apply and say
Right.
this is a good singer.
Right.
And for that reason, like Adele is an amazing singer. Mariah Carey's range is one of the things. You couldn't have a very small range that you couldn't do popular music. You could never, if your range was too small, it'd be like, well, you're not a very good singer. Your range can't even do like songs that normal
Yeah,
people
there's
can do.
deficiencies.
Yeah. So, you know, and
I mean, here's actually a great example. This is going to get me just flamed here. Madonna.
yeah.
Right? Is Madonna well known because she's popular, because she wrote good pop, or she recorded good pop music? Or is she well known because she's an incredible singer?
No, she's well known because Black Jesus. She's Madonna. She reinvents herself. Like she
That's what I
does
mean.
that stuff.
That's
you know
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying, right?
Yeah.
So being an artist is so much more than like how objectively good are you at whatever.
True.
Right? That's why guitar players, it's like, yeah, is there better guitar players than you? Yes. No matter who you are, there's someone,
always one
there's
above you.
always
Yeah.
someone better than you. That's not the point. You can succeed and have an entire music career while not being the best or not even being that
Yeah.
good at it.
And to your point,
And that's great. But I thought it was widely accepted that Tom Petty was just not a very good singer.
to your point too, I'll say
The
this.
comments will let us know.
To your point, I'll say this. Lady Gaga is better than Madonna in every way, but Madonna is much more I think she has a much bigger cultural influence.
For
I think she's
sure.
a bigger rock star and a much more influential artist than Lady Gaga. Gaga is a better singer, a better songwriter,
Yes.
and maybe even a better showman. I don't know. I mean, how you
Right.
bet, but Madonna was the pioneer to do some of these
Exactly.
things, and so she was the most prolific.
Right.
You know.
Well,
Whereas-
and like when in the late '80s or whatever, it was there weren't that many like
no
artists,
No,
right?
yeah,
Not compared
yeah.
to what there are now,
Sure.
right? And so the really you had to be really good because you needed raw talent. You can make a lot more good music with much less raw talent now than you ever could before.
That's probably true.
You know,
Yeah.
That's probably true.
so
And yeah, that's probably true.
Is Keanu Reeves a good actor?
Absolutely, he's the best. Him and Nick Cage.
You
Name
know where
two
I'm going
better.
with this. I can put you in a corner.
Name two
talk
better.
about play to your strengths. I think I've said this for years.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves has played Neo in every movie he's ever been in.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Even in John
John
Wick,
Wick.
even he's playing, he
Yeah.
only plays that one character. He just
Right.
finally found one that it was a perfect fit.
Because he could get ripped apart on. He's terrible at delivering lines. He's not good
Totally.
at comedy. He's like
Totally.
his timing is terrible. But he's good.
He's so good.
People love it.
People love it.
So I guess I put him next to Tom Petty and go like, man, the people have spoken. Like, we
Right.
want more of this. We want
Right.
more of this. You
Right.
know? That's good in some way.
Yeah.
You know?
What are we doing here?
Well, it's episode 49.
Episode 49.
Episode 49. Episode
Wow.
49 of Guitar Friends. And we have already started episode 50, and we're about to do episode 50. And so I'm determined to not make this a throwaway episode.
I feel like
You
it's
know?
already been really good.
I mean, that
It's already
cold-
been good. That
the
was
cold
a-
open
really-
That was a
was,
heated debate.
it was good.
Have we ran the video yet?
What do you mean?
The Dancing Man?
No.
Can I say it this time?
Please.
Run the video!
Guitar Friends is on. Maybe you're in your car or mowing your lawn. Just turn it up. The Guitar Friends on. The greatest podcast about guitar is on. As long as you don't count all the ones that have big guests and are very intentional about actually having guitar-related conversations. Ooh, Guitar Friends is on. This is Guitar Friends. HW, Susan, John too. It's most about guitar, but also some other stuff will be discussed too. But it's most about guitar, unless we get distracted and talk about food or Teslas, or how annoying it is that Californians keep moving everywhere and bring their terrible ideas and ruin their state to Nashville. But no swing guitar.
That was so satisfying. I like that a lot.
You know, a lot of people wondering, is that HW's dad dancing around there?
Where did that idea come from?
I don't know.
What?
It looks like he could be my dad, maybe. And he doesn't not resemble my dad. I won't show my dad yet. That'll be like, If this
We
video
have to find that
Yeah.
outfit in real life.
Get him here.
if this video gets 10,000 likes, we'll do a HW
Kevin needs
dad
to make
reveal.
Kevin makes an appearance as
I'm putting a pin in that because I'd love to see that happen.
HW dad reveal. That'll be good.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know what an objectively, it's funny you guys brought up objectively good singers, because you could apply the same thing to a guitar player. And one of the things I've done recently, did you hear what I was listening to when I pulled in?
I mean, I heard that I was shocked that you were listening to music.
Exactly. Yeah.
Actually.
So you looked at me like you could hear, and
I could hear it.
Yeah, you could hear music.
Not
playing.
what it was though.
So I was listening to some like I don't know what it was, 80s or 90s, like playlists or something, and something came up, and then I clicked on Dire Straits, and so I listened to Sultans of Swing, and then I was like, I just want guitar music right now. And so I was like, how do I find a playlist? So I looked up guitar players, just searched it in Spotify, and a playlist, not many subscribers and stuff, just pops up. It says best guitar players. And I was like, so I've clicked on a couple, and it's been a great playlist. If for no other reason than I'm listening to guitar players I wouldn't normally listen to, sprinkled in with a lot I wouldn't listen to. There's more Vi and Satch on there than I would put on, but there's a ton of Eric Johnson. There's some Frank Zappa. There's just a lot of, and there's just some bands. Eric Clapton's on there in a couple spots, but it's just great guitar songs. And so I'm listening to all these things, and you listen to EJ, and he's great, and then you listen to Vi, and I have some opinions there. And then maybe Satch comes on, and I go, not my thing really. And then
Is that a popular nickname for him? Satch?
Joe Satriani.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard it before. First time.
Yeah,
Continue.
Satch, and
Good old Satch.
Did it start with Satch Boogie? He has a song called Satch Boogie.
Oh,
that
wow.
wasn't the first one. I could pull it up, but that wasn't the first one he gave us.
That's the nail in the
I
coffin.
can't remember. I don't know if he started it or if he responded to it. He probably responded to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Anyway.
It did leave me with the impression of like Steve Vai is undoubtedly an amazing guitar player, and listening to it in a row, it sticks out to me how sort of, I hate to say this because he's such an, I don't mean to.
It's bizarre.
Well, there's such little feel in the music.
It's very weird.
It's like
This is coming from a guy who listens to, I would say I listen to probably 90% instrumental music.
Tender Surrender to me is a song that I listen to and I go, this is objectively good guitar playing, but if Eric Johnson or Joe Satriani played this song, it'd be better. There's some, he's just very, Vi sounds like a Mesa Boogie amp to me. It's very straight. It's very straight and sterile. And I don't, and now it's good. It's very good.
Sure, it doesn't sound like a Carvin amp to you?
Well, exactly. It probably is a Carvin amp, but
I forgot
you know
about
who
Carvin.
doesn't sound like that is like EJ to me. Whenever I listen to Eric Johnson, I always go, gosh, these guitar tones are so like from two separate sounding things.
Oh, yeah.
It's awkward to me that he just interchanges them. But he switches these playing styles. And it feels like to me Eric Johnson is very much in those two boxes. Like, I don't even know. This is a weird thing to say. I don't know how versatile Eric Johnson is on the guitar, or if he just has like multiple personality disorder based on the amps he plays. It feels like if you played me if I had no opinion of Eric Johnson and you played me both things, and I might even believe they're two separate guitar players.
Totally.
When the chorus and the clean amp is on, he like becomes a different player. And then as soon as he switches over to the Marshall and it's the pentatonic like sweeping thing, not sweep, it's the pentatonic like repeating thing. It's like two separate people talking, and I love it. And there's like such different voices that I go, this song is great. But like on its, I would, if he asked me my opinion before these records came out, if I didn't know who he was, I'd be like, I don't know, man, you might go for a sound that's a little more cohesive. But it's great the way it is. And I'm so glad I wasn't there and nobody asked me.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? Because like, but he's an incredible guitar player. I wouldn't think these pieces fit together. Vi to me is like, obviously it's amazing, but I would prefer a sloppy.
Steve Vai's music is so weird.
It's so weird, and there's actually a good amount of Vi stuff I really like.
Yeah.
But
I mean, remember Teeth of the Hydra?
yes,
Or Tooth of the Hydra? Remember that? With the
It's so incredible.
I've never heard Steve Vai.
It's that.
Yes, you have.
Yes.
We all
Remember we
watched
showed
it
you that
together.
video with that insane instrument he's playing?
Oh, it's that guy.
That guy.
He's great.
He's incredible. But what's weird to me is like that Tender Surrender song is
that guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He made an instrument.
Tender Surrender song is a big Vi song.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of the signature songs. And to me,
Haven't you ever seen that white Ibanez with the handle right
the gem,
here?
the gem.
Oh, that's him.
cutout, that's
See,
him.
I know this other
Yeah.
surrounding stuff, but not the person.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know him.
I don't think I've like driven around listening to his music.
Probably
though.
not.
Like,
No.
to
You
form
wouldn't-
an opinion.
Try
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
You won't like it. You'll be like, when is this over? I know.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
It's
Plus, S is so far away. I'm in the J's. That's like gonna take me an eternity.
Did you
get
get to John Mayer yet?
No, it's gonna be incredible
gonna be
though.
great.
You'll know.
to me, if you could say like two guitar players are opposites, it's Steve Vai and Jimmy Page. One is
Yeah.
all soul, sloppy, lazy sounding.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what makes it. And the other is so proficient, so on it.
But boring.
Like I'm a Mormon in church kind of straight.
Yeah.
But it's not boring.
There's nothing that you like bounce your head to,
There's really not.
right? There's nothing that you like. There's no
very
groove
little.
that you're feeling.
But
There's no like.
But there's nothing wrong
There's
with
very
it.
little like emotion to it. I mean, there is,
But
but
you're saying you like it. It's not even that it's like I don't want to listen to
No,
this.
it's-
You're
yeah.
saying
I
I
like it
this.
in just like a very different way. It's
I like it in like a scientific way.
Yes.
like
yes.
impressive.
Yeah, like I want to listen to it and like dissect it. I don't want to like. Where with even Joe Satriani, it's like he writes just good riffs.
There is a
that
lot
are,
of good
like,
riffs.
You can like sing to him, and Steve Vai's music. There's not a whole lot of like hooks that
There's
you can.
not.
Like, sing
It's like
along to.
listening. It's like listening to like a president from the 1800s give a speech, and you realize like the grade level is like 32nd grade. It's like you need 4 PhDs to understand what this guy's saying.
Wow.
And so in
So
that
many
and so in
grades.
that way, it's beautiful.
Is that different than our political discourse now?
It's funny. I was just listening today.
Compare and contrast those two things.
They were actually just talking about how Trump speaks to people at I think a 9th or 10th grade level. Just when you analyze his speech, and Kamala at a
vocabulary.
5th grade level.
Yeah.
And they were going back and
I mean,
they were
she does
saying,
talk about school buses a lot
yeah.
and Venn diagrams.
And they were going back and they
Our
were
kids are like, yes, I understand.
they were rating all these different ones, and they were like, hey, George Washington's speeches were at like a double PhD level, grade level, and I guess they keep going up in the equivalency, but it's
When
like
do they start going back down?
they go,
I want to see the.
Yeah.
I want to see the
Like
belt.
put it on a graph.
I want to see the
they
curve.
remain
Yeah.
very high into the 1900s, and somewhere around halfway through the century, Reagan's was pretty high.
Yeah.
But not too high. He was at college level, so freshman, sophomore college
Right.
level.
Was your average person back then maybe a little
No.
elevated also?
The opposite. No one was
okay.
going to school in the 1700s, and that's one of the reasons these guys, not everyone was voting. Women couldn't vote.
I joined Facebook.
Well, this is the topic that we should be talking about. John has joined Facebook.
Hey, did you guys know that against my will I joined Facebook?
Wow.
So let me just plug, because we have a spoiler alert. We have we have a Facebook group,
A Facebook.
and people should join it.
It's a Facebook group.
You will not find diatribes about the military-industrial complex yet,
Not yet.
but there
you
is some
gotta watch
stuff.
for those.
There is some cryptid and conspiracy talk, but it's mostly guitar.
Just like our podcast.
Would you say
just
it's
like
most about guitars?
I'd say it's mostly
It's
about guitar.
most about guitar.
And John, you have joined Facebook. I link in the description. Everyone should join the Facebook group.
Yeah.
We have almost 200 people in there. It's great. I'm loving it.
We should also do a. Well, I have some thoughts about Facebook.
Well, was there a better reason to join Facebook? Because you were a little apprehensive here. Is it not a great group?
Don't you love
No,
Facebook?
the group is great.
The group is
I want to
amazing.
hear your thoughts. Can you
I
please,
think it's already the best group on Facebook.
Probably.
please number them so we can keep up with you. Number one, worst thing
Well,
about
hold
Facebook.
on.
Yeah. So what's your take on Facebook? Go ahead.
One thing that we need to do is to create like an official discussion for each episode, right?
Well, I posted, yes, but isn't that the YouTube comments?
No.
Okay. So I posted the thing in there and there wasn't a lot of comments on it. I think because it goes somewhere else.
So here's
Yeah. So how do you think we should do it?
number one gripe about Facebook
I'm excited.
is that they decide what order everything is in all the time. And
You can switch to newest.
I know you can switch to it temporarily until you leave that screen and go back to it. And then it's in their order again.
Right.
And it pisses me off that I can't just like say, oh, just show me the newest things. YouTube doesn't do that. YouTube doesn't reorder the comments every time you open a video.
They do.
You can go to most relevant.
There's a little thing there too.
I'm saying like when you, like if I were to pull up, not even like the posts, I get like the posts in the group are like going to be in a different order every time because of
But the
whatever.
comments on a video.
I'm talking like you go into a
comments on a video, yeah.
post on Facebook. The comments are in whatever order they
call
decide
it
to.
most relevant, but that means what we think you'd like to see.
Yeah, what we
Yeah.
think. What we think.
Yeah.
But doesn't YouTube do that too? Where it's like
They
the
do. They
most
do.
popular ones.
Yeah,
go to the
most
top.
popular,
Not the
and
most
then there's
recent.
Yeah, but that's
newest.
like so anyway, so that's one thing I
see what
really,
you're
So
really
you'd like a
hate.
chronological discussion
Yes.
thread on each.
Yes.
Okay, well, I will start posting. When I post them, I will post official discussion thread for this
Yeah, that's fine.
one.
Episode 49.
And replies to a comment are in order.
Yes,
Right.
They stick with.
Thankfully.
yes,
Because my lord.
they're sort of pinned to the original,
Exactly.
to the OP comment.
But
is this your coder brain like going off? Right
yes,
now?
it's
Okay.
like really freaking annoying.
Shouldn't
You
be
want it to be
designs.
Reddit.
I want it to be Reddit. Yeah.
Like you want it to behave like Reddit.
I want it to
when you-
behave
yeah,
like
yeah,
Reddit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, which is better.
You go to the top, you read all the way down.
actually, no, I wouldn't say that. I want
Yeah.
it to behave like every comment system I've ever seen, used, or built myself.
yeah.
That you either order it in like ascending or descending chronological order, and that's it. Those
Right,
are your
right.
options. Not like
Algorithm.
some freaking
But let me tell you what.
algorithm.
Let me tell you what's good about, reordering the comments. Sometimes on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, I see some comment or I see some piece of something and it's like embarrassing or a joke or someone being crazy or, like a very fat person saying, fit bodies look like this also. And I break my ankles running for the comment section because I just want to, because I'm like, the comments are going to be amazing, right? It's like someone just saying something. And then it's really good because they have reordered the comments. The funniest couple, 2 or 3 are at the top, and it's
You gotta
like,
hit the funny ones.
you got to find,
No,
right? And it's like, it reorders it. And then you realize like, oh, it's, it's like it's their most relevant or their algorithm, but you realize like this comment has 8,000 likes on a video that has 9,000 views, right? It's
They
like-
know you clicked on it looking
It's
for
like-
that comment.
Yes, and
Yeah.
sometimes the comment is, broke my legs running
I
to the
get
comment,
that. I get that. But I'm talking like when there's, when we post something in this group and there's, I don't know, 15 comments. And every time you go in there,
you can't see the newest.
you don't know what's new. So
Yeah.
now you have to scroll through the whole damn list just to see. And as if you could
You
figure
just
it out.
reorder newest and then you'll see it.
But then every time.
You don't want to click it.
Every
It's a lot of
time
clicks.
I click
I
on
know
a
you
post,
now
I
they
gotta-
turned it
wanna
into
do
3-4 clicks.
And then also, here's number 2.
Okay,
Gripe number
thank
2.
you. I'm trying
Yeah.
to follow these.
Why in the...
Just say
It's
it.
this makes me actually the most mad.
Get those sunglasses.
I don't know when you guys probably downloaded the Facebook app years ago, and it's been on your phone forever.
yeah.
But
It
I
updates.
downloaded it last week,
Yes.
and it makes noises every time you click on something or refresh a page or swipe to the right, swipe to the left.
You can,
Yes, you can turn it off, and I figured out how to do so. Here's
Yeah.
the thing that pisses me off most about it is that even when you put your phone on silent, it kept making noises. I was with Facebook until I turned the little thing on the side to make my phone silent, and it still made the damn noises. I got so mad. I immediately, and like their settings screen is ridiculous. You know, you can't find anything.
Right.
Anyway,
Did you throw your phone down?
I wanted to.
You broke it.
I probably threw it on the couch or something.
It is also
Somewhere
really
soft.
it is also really terrible. Like when I see funny stuff on Facebook, I don't even share it with people because like you have to log into Facebook to see it. Now TikTok has done that, and that was the worst. Because it's like I want to show you something, but then it's like they might not have TikTok or they may.
Half the things you send me, I can't view.
I know they're the worst now. I don't know why they did all that. I do know why they did it, but they just want you to join the platform and you know get on there.
So dumb.
Do you have more, or is just those two? I wanted there to be a lot of them.
I'm so
Yeah,
mad.
go ahead. Tell
I'm
us why
so
you dislike
mad
Facebook,
about
and then
it.
I'm going to tell you the canary in the coal mine of why I know it's going to be a red wave.
Here's another thing. Did you know I tried to make my name. I didn't want to use my real name. I tried to make my name John 2. That was not allowed.
First name John, last name 2.
Correct.
No, can't do that.
Can't do that. So then,
Most because of the last name.
right.
Can't
So
do
then
number.
I tried
Okay.
to make up a last name, and they said you can't change your name.
From.
You can't change your name.
Can't
So they
you?
know your name.
No, they said you can only change your name like once every 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it for 20 seconds, and then I realized, you know, there's like 5 billion user accounts on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
There's only 7 billion people on the planet. Most of them don't have
Yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah.
right? So there's like on the order of like 2 or 3 billion fake accounts on Facebook.
There's 5.5 billion people in the world who live below the standard of China.
Okay. How
And
does that relate to Facebook membership?
China is like the entry level.
Like if you're below China, you probably don't have a cell phone or
Exactly.
access to the internet enough to have a Facebook
This is
account.
the first generation in China to have a middle class.
Okay, so it's even worse than I thought.
Yeah.
So it's like half of Facebook accounts are garbage, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They've created a problem so bad that this is not unlike other problems that exist. But the solution is to limit
another account, yeah.
what the people who are following the rules can do also, because you don't know how to.
Sure. I
You know
think
what I mean?
they're fighting. They don't want fake accounts and they don't want anonymity accounts.
I see that.
Like all the rest. And I think that
For
does
sure.
that does change the nature of Facebook.
For sure.
I think you get a lot less trolling. I respect people on Facebook who are very politically outspoken and who like troll. Because you got your real name and your pictures and everything right there. And I'm like, this guy doesn't care. He drinks black
Yeah,
coffee.
it's not like
Right. He
X where
yeah.
you can make it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing that's just shocking, I think that's part of it too.
Number 4.
So I'm getting all these friend requests,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Well, you're
I
known.
friended
You're a
you-
celebrity.
I friended you too. That's it.
I found your old account too. Did you know you have your old account?
Yeah, I tried to log into that one. I didn't.
I know that's the thing about Facebook. When you get logged, sometimes it's like, nah, you can't. And I don't know why it's like that.
Yeah.
I'm always afraid to get logged out of Facebook.
Well, I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because I didn't want to be bombarded with a bunch of people that I knew in high school that are friends of that old account.
sure.
And yeah, I don't plan on accepting friend requests. I'm not there for any other purpose
Right.
than guitar friends.
If you're in the group, you can talk to John.
If you're in the
you're
group, you
not-
can talk to me.
You have access.
You can send me a friend request. I'll probably ignore it forever, but it's not because I don't like you.
Yeah, you know,
But like I've had like because I friended you and because I friended you, a bunch of people that we know from like California,
You must also know this person.
or like coming
yeah,
in.
yeah, because I think in the thing it says we're going to look in your phone and see your numbers.
Oh,
and
I
match it
said
to a
no.
person.
I said
Yeah,
no
yeah.
to that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
knows. It knows.
Don't tread on me.
Yeah, don't tread on me or look at my phone numbers.
Yeah. So anyway,
Um,
and then it's shocking how public people are with information.
Number 5.
It's shocking to me.
like what kind of information?
Like scrolling through, there's like pictures of people's kids and families and all of that, and it's like,
That's
wild.
I'm literally trying to get my baby to win Baby of the Year right now. Can you please vote for my baby? If you find If you're friends with me
Wow.
on Facebook, which a lot of you are, because I accept everyone on my personal
Maybe-
Facebook, please vote for Carrie Sullivan for Baby of the Year.
See, I realize that we're
Dang.
on the opposite end of this.
Yeah, that last one you shouldn't be surprised. Like that's literally why people are there. Right?
I know. No, it's shocking, but it's shocking to have it publicly available to where
It's shocking.
I don't even have to be your friend to see a lot of
Right.
these things.
because you've chosen to post it. With
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Like posting things publicly to the internet.
You're very private, as you've said before.
I am not.
yeah.
Very strange. I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like what? What?
Like
what
you guys blur my face out on this, right?
Takes a lot of work, a lot of editing.
My wife feels that way a lot of times. She's the reason I don't post more things. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's things I want to post. She's like, "Don't post that. Please don't post that,
Wow.
or don't post anything about this."
She's
or
been
that."
protecting us this whole time from.
Yeah,
No, imagine unfiltered
Unbridled.
HW.
I think.
We've been getting a filtered
Yeah,
version
right, yeah, yeah.
this whole time.
Yeah, those were the considered ones.
She doesn't watch this. She doesn't watch this. She
No,
doesn't watch
this
this.
is off the
You know,
off the rails.
I'm just saying.
But anyway,
Well,
I'm
thanks
happy-
for joining for us.
No, I'm happy to be on it though. It's fun to
nice of you.
be able to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's really. It's the
Does Facebook have like a live thing?
yeah. There's Facebook Live.
We should
There's
use that.
Facebook everything.
I figured.
You know, like the Messenger app, you can make a discussion. Like I can turn the Guitar Friends discussion chat group on, and it'll appear like a text message in our phones. It won't be
That's
a
what
text
I
message,
wanted.
but it'll just be everyone commenting.
Remember,
It-
I asked
be
in,
like a- yeah.
I asked in our thread. I said, can I just download the Messenger app? Do I
Well-
have, or do I have to download the whole Facebook app?
Well, then you won't see the group, but you can turn like a group into a messenger. Like we could just have like basically a text message thread with like 200 people.
But you would choose to write on that.
but then
versus
it's
the
just
wall.
all one.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
one thread.
It's a separate group. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's one thread.
That would devolve into chaos. I'm sure.
I know completely. Yeah. But I think it's their attempt.
I've been in like Slack groups
Well,
that are like
exactly.
super big.
I think it's their attempt to do something more like that, or more like
Discord.
Discord. It's really, I think it's their attempt to do like a Discord thing, because it's like a separate thing for Messenger, and you know they're trying to kind of make Messenger its own.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of try and give it all these WhatsApp like.
But no, I'm excited to like post stuff there. There's
Yeah, you posted a video and it like did better than everything I've posted.
well,
The people have spoken. They want more John too.
they'll get it. They'll get. I want to do a live thing. I got to figure out how to do it.
You just hit live.
You say that, but
You go to the group and where you
There's a
write a
button.
comment, like it says like, you know, are you doing a photo of this? And I think you can hit like the 3 dots
Why
and
don't
there's
you
like
try
live
it
on there.
right now and go live?
should I try?
Yeah,
it?
try.
Yeah, because then we can all like follow it.
We call this episode John 2 Goes Live.
He really did. Remember the one where John walked out? He was so mad.
Yeah,
That's a future episode.
I do remember that. So,
I don't see live.
let me see your phone.
Photo, video, camera, tag people, check in, GIF, poll, reel, create event, raise
So
money.
many.
Those are my options for like what to do. Did I do it wrong?
What phone do you have?
Last year's
15?
base model, yeah.
15, I
The
guess.
15 base model.
I may need to like turn on lives in the group. Maybe it's something like that.
Oh.
I don't know.
Or
You
maybe
can go
because
live on your personal
not there.
page.
maybe
Yeah.
I don't want that either.
So me and John would get
Yeah,
alerted.
us too.
Two friends.
Like, wow, what an
I'm like,
amazing.
why doesn't anyone care?
doesn't
Right.
anyone wanna watch
You have
this?
2 views. Us. What's John up to?
Well, I'm glad you're on Facebook, you know,
Yeah.
and Facebook is an interesting place because they have all our data and
Well,
stuff. you
so
know,
that's the
and-
thing. I'm
yeah.
not on Facebook. I'm
Well.
on the Guitar Friends Facebook group.
Well, I mean, I think Zuck knows where you are right now. So are you on Facebook?
Meta is watching you.
They already know who you're voting for.
I mean, I do live in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, exactly. See, this is another thing. I'm going to tell you my other conspiracy theory.
Okay.
This is how
So much
I
for
know.
being a private
Oh
citizen.
no, we went.
This
we
is last
went,
one. Last one.
We
this
went
is
on
the real
topic,
one.
and now we're going back.
This is the really good
Right.
one. People should listen to this. This
Oh.
is a really. This is a.
all of that other stuff before was
Yeah.
just.
no, that's real too. But
attention
no one
now.
wants to. They're not going to believe it.
Side note too, it's been like a week and a half
Yeah, we
since
haven't
we've
seen
done
each other.
this.
I went to Dollywood for a while.
He,
So
he
that's-
like builds
it
it,
was
all up.
pent up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I wore a particular hat up in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, people loved it.
Oh my gosh!
Was
I
it your
got
Vans
high
hat?
fives and hugs and just woo! Just
a
I mean,
Vans hat.
people just you know
Did the yeah? I bet.
loved it.
Oh, sure.
Loved it
In the mountains,
in the mountains.
for sure.
And my kids were like, "Do people recognize?" I was like, "No, this is love."
Is that the safest place
When
for
you
that
get,
hat?
look at
Like,
it,
what's-
Probably.
look at
that place.
that
look
or
at a-
Mar-a-Lago?
look at a past election map count
Yes,
like by
yes.
county,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's very obvious
Yes.
what's happening
Sevierville's
here.
going that way.
Right.
So let me just
the
say
hills
this.
of Tennessee.
You leave a downtown metropolitan area, and it does not take long.
Yeah.
Like
So let me just say this. I think so because I'm making some predictions here that go against what conventional wisdom is saying. I'm saying he's going to win by a lot. I'm saying he's going to get over 300.
I've seen what I believe to be pretty unbiased election map. The same thing you were talking about. Here's the recent polls. These polls tend to overpoll this group, and these
Yeah.
polls tend to overpoll this group, and
Yeah.
here's this and here's that.
Yeah.
And it's over 300 points for Trump.
Out of how many?
Well, 267
You need
wins.
260 to win.
260 wins.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to
No,
win
but
by
it's been a
Winning by a
long
lot,
time since
yeah.
someone got more than 300.
yeah.
That would be winning in a landslide.
Yeah, it's that'd
That's
be
a
winning
landslide victory if someone gets more than 300.
So let me, and I got two reasons for this. One is beef's $1 million.
it really
Okay, that
is.
aside, I think there's one person, or I think there's one place where you could go, and you have the data. I think if there's someone who knows what's going to happen in November, it's the people who have your location. They know where you live, what county you live in, and they know everything about you. You don't have to answer a phone. You don't have to say, I'm voting for this person or that person. You don't have to say, I like this policy or that policy. They already know how you lean. They know what content you watch. They know where you are. They know all your demo. That's Facebook. That's Facebook. That's Meta. Facebook, Instagram, right? They know how you're voting with a very, very high accuracy.
Yeah, and
they
so
know
does
how you're
Google.
voting. Sure, so is Google. And so
I bet I could figure out. I bet I could look, given a list of who you're subscribed to on YouTube.
Sure.
I could probably
Sure,
predict with.
but what if you're
99
not subscribed to anybody? What if you're all these
Yeah,
people
if
in
you're
the
not
middle?
subscribed to anybody, then
what
there's
if you're
no
all these
data.
people in the middle who are not really politically active? Because this election comes down to like 30 to 50,000 people who are in the middle, and a lot of independents are
really true.
apolitical for all 4 years except for about the last like 60 days.
Yeah.
That's right now, right? And they make up their mind. And I think if anybody knows what's going to happen, it's Facebook. They know where you are. They know everything you watch. They know your leanings. They know everything. They could figure it out, right? And Zuck has come out this year and said, we're not supporting anybody. And that's new for us. We're going to go the X route. If it's illegal content, if it's illegal speech, we'll take it down. If it's hate speech, whatever, we'll take it down. If we can see it's not lawful, we'll take it down. And if we aren't sure and you get a court order, of course we'll take it down. We're going to just, but if you tell us it's misinformation and it might be illegal, we're not going to take it down. And we're not going to take anything down ahead of time like we did last time with the whole Hunter Biden laptop thing, whether you're the FBI or the CIA or whoever, right? And then Zuck did one more thing. He sent a letter to Jim Johnson, and a congressperson and said, hey, we are remaining neutral. We're not taking anybody's side. And we're doing that because last time we were pressured by the White House to do certain things. And we thought those were the right things to do. But now we feel that our actions helped one side more than another. So we're going in the middle, right? That is an act of self-preservation from someone who knows that in 60 days, they may end up on somebody's shit list if they don't change their behavior very quick.
Oh,
And so because they know there is a large possibility, and we don't want to be the platform that just censored on the last election the thing that probably made you lose the election. Because had it come out before the last election that was a real laptop. That Hunter Biden had business dealings with his dad, all this stuff. That Joe Biden's son was using cocaine and had all these pornographic images on his computer, and had stuff about the big guy and I'll get you a meeting. And he had made money from the largest energy company in Ukraine. What a coincidence! Well, what a coincidence! You know,
Dude.
What a coincidence! See, if that had come out, it may have changed people's opinion on Joe, because Joe represented enough of this craziness.
Right.
Joe is easy. He's steady. He's a lifetime career politician. He's boring. He's bland. He's plain.
Right.
He's vanilla yogurt. He's Dannon plain, light, low-fat yogurt. He's nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's not threatening to anybody.
Right.
Joe is a return to normal after all this craziness. And I think that's what people voted for. If we had known that, oh, wait a minute, there's something going on here, then a lot of those stories about Hunter and stuff would have come out, and it would have cast a lot of doubt. And okay, we don't know how that election would have gone. We don't know. So we can't say it cost him the election. But we can say it for sure was unfair to say this is fake. And then a year later, the New York Times said, oh, and by the way, we authenticated it. The CIA authenticated it. We all know all that's real now.
Right.
And the people were like, wait, what a minute. Wait, what?
Right.
You convinced everyone to block it. And on Twitter at the time, if I had sent that story to you privately, it would have been blocked.
Right.
I couldn't even private message it to you.
Right.
On Facebook, they at least said you can post it, but it won't show up in anyone's feed. They'd have to go to your page to see it.
Right. Man,
When that guy jumps out, you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when that guy jumps out and goes, you know what, we're neutral and we
Right.
regret what we did and we want to be in the middle. And I go with what you know.
Yeah.
So maybe it is going to be
the
close.
self-preservation thing, dang, that just makes too much sense, man.
I know,
I
man.
was hoping that Zuck figured it out.
Well, he did start working out too.
I know he looks more human than normal.
Upgrade.
Yeah.
I feel like he's back from whatever trip beyond the stars he was on, and was.
He's back from Trump derangement syndrome. That's what he's back from.
Well, I meant he was gone off world for a while.
Yeah.
He had a robot running things while he was gone.
True.
Now real Zuck's back.
It's shocking.
Real Zuck.
It really is
Yeah.
shocking though. It's
Yeah.
oh dang, you're like a real person again.
He's put on some muscle. He's probably there's a little bit of tea going
But
in his
it
butt
is
cheek there.
the self-preservation play is much more plausible than I've changed my mind play. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know?
What I did before was wrong.
Yeah. I had a change of conscience. No, you didn't.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
I nobody cares, Zuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just see you see a different outcome
Yeah.
than last time.
Yeah, and I don't, and I'm not sure I blame him for his actions, because the last time, they haven't been in the situation, as far as I know, that the White House is sending you emails saying, please take these things down.
Right. I mean, not that I'm ever worked for anything as big as Facebook, but one company I worked for ran the website for Ozfest. Remember Ozfest? Mm-hmm. We worked for a company that ran the website for Ozfest, and there was someone on there posting about death threats to some band member or something like that. Mm-hmm. And we got contacted by the FBI. And it was it was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was well, what's our liability? We were freaked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the government comes after you, a business just doing your thing, and they're
know.
like, hey, you need to do this
You're
right
like,
now.
whoa, I don't know anything.
That's whatever we can do to not anger you is the best thing to
what can,
you
No,
know?
it's like when a cop starts talking, you know?
Yeah. So it's I understand. I mean, obviously Facebook's way different than that, but I understand the initial reaction is okay, yeah, we'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Want to play a music game?
Sure.
This is you, John, versus you, HW.
Okay.
So I'm in a cover band.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's doing a show.
I love it.
90s music.
And I already played one of them, so I have to delete that from the...
Hence the Tom Petty discussion.
Yeah, that's what started this whole thing.
Oh, that's what started this.
The first song, I tried to
This
show him the
started
set
out
list.
as one of the most musically like
like a robust conversation.
yes, and then it quickly went somewhere else, and now it's here.
And then it went back again, and then now it's back
give us
again.
this, Suze, and then we'll end after
Okay,
this.
so there's only 6 songs remain on the list. If it's a tie at the end, I'll pick a 7th song. But you have to tell me the name of the song and the artist, and
Okay.
you have to beat the other person. I'm going to keep score, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to play...
Wait, do you want to plug in? Oh, you're not going to play.
I'll just
okay.
kind of do it
You're going to
over
play it right here.
so,
Okay, go ahead.
and I will play the song. You have to tell me.
Hold it close to your mic so it picks it
Okay.
up. Well, yeah.
Tell me the
nervous.
song
I'm so
and the
nervous.
artist.
The Way by Fastball.
Yes. The Way by Fastball.
I didn't know that.
Man, the drums didn't even kick in.
I was waiting for like a Prodigy song to start. Like I thought,
All right, just so. it
No, I
keeps
know
going.
it's all 90s music.
Yeah.
is this a new one?
No, that's
No,
The
let's
Way.
just say it. Remember this song?
Yeah.
We're doing that song. Okay.
What a weird song.
It's a
Yeah.
very weird song. Okay, second song. Got to be quick, guys.
John's ahead.
Oh, this is Wallflowers.
What's it called?
One Headlight.
Yes. Dang.
That's Bob Dylan's son.
I know, Jacob Dylan.
Yeah.
I was
you've
gonna say
gotten-
two Marlenas. Is that the other song? Three Marlenas. 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to give you a chance to get 1 point here. You cannot respond.
Well, no, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
no,
you know
no.
what? Honestly,
No,
I think my
it's the first song.
my view of my '90s knowledge, I guess, is a little limited
no,
here.
no.
I do know the Wallflowers, but I haven't listened to a lot of stuff in a long time. But go ahead.
Okay.
I'll get some. I'll get
no,
some.
this is the first song I played him. I just need the name of this song. This is a Tommy Petty song. What's the name of this song? I'll give it a few more seconds.
I didn't know the name of the song.
I didn't know
either.
the name. Yeah.
It's not one of his more popular
Yeah.
ones.
No, but I know this song. Hurt
Yeah.
So Good or something. I don't know it. I don't know it, Suze.
What a terrible singer. That is You Wreck Me.
You
I
wrecked
would,
me.
Tom Petty.
I would never have guessed
Yeah,
that.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay, we're looking at 2-0. John 2 is ahead. Song number 4. Long intro.
Oh, it's Train.
Yes, what's it called?
Oh,
Get it?
it's not Drops of Jupiter. Is
No.
it?
No, it's
Sing the chorus in your mind.
I know. I'm trying.
Isn't it a girl's name?
It's.
Great drum sound, by the way.
Is he about to say it?
They had good tone.
He's about to in the chorus.
Oh, something about angels.
Yes.
That's not going to count, though. You got to be fast.
I can't.
You can tie it up.
Fallen on Angels or what? Calling All Angels. There we go. Calling.
So
I was thinking
There it is.
Falling on Angels. I was singing that melody in my head, going "Fallen on Angels." Is that the lyric?
Is that
So
it?
can I tell you guys something about me?
Yeah.
I almost have an inability to be listening to one song and sing
Yes.
another one,
I-
or even a different part of the same
I
one.
was trying to sing "Refugee"
Oh,
over that
wow.
Tom Petty song, and I was going,
Yeah.
these lyrics don't quite work over this thing. But I'm like,
I
this
like
isn't
sass.
it. It's
Yeah.
not
I
going there.
I cannot
is
be
funny.
listening to one song and like think about a different one. It's really difficult.
Wow,
For
interesting.
me. Yeah.
Not even the bridge of a song. that
No,
you're on
like
the
I
verse.
can't.
Oh, wow.
It's like so difficult.
Is it tied up now?
No.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's
2 to
1.
1. Okay.
Yeah, 2 to 1.
All right, here we go. This is one of my favorite songs.
Oh.
Hey Jealousy by Gin Blossoms.
Gin Blossoms was correct.
Oh.
I
What
won't
is
know the
this?
name of this. Yes.
We have a harmonica player too.
What is the? I don't know the name of the song. He sings that. What is the name? What is the
Follow You Down.
That's
Falling
right.
Down. Okay, give us another
Follow
one.
You Down.
That's right.
All right, dude, this is a hit.
Oh,
Kind of a one-hit wonder.
I know what you're doing, Duncan Sheik.
Yes.
Shoot, what is the name of this?
I've never get this in a million years. I don't recognize the
Okay,
song
really?
at all.
I know what you're doing.
Oh, I,
See it all too clear.
That's wild. You can't sing the chorus right now.
No,
I am barely breathing.
barely breathing. That's what
I
it
can't
is.
find. All right, last song. I think this is a landslide victory. This
Duncan
is
Sheik.
300 electoral votes. All right.
it's 2 to 1. If I get another one,
Oh,
we're tied.
3-1. He just
Oh,
got
shit.
that.
No, you didn't.
And he got Gin Blossoms.
No, he didn't get that
Oh, he
one.
didn't get the name.
He
I
just
didn't
got
get-
the Gym
I
Blossoms,
didn't
and then that one he just got the band again. He didn't get the title.
Okay.
Wait, start over. I didn't hear it.
It's the same.
Oh, this is
One hit wonder. Yeah.
Hey.
This is
You got the music in you. One dance left. Get What You Give
Yes.
by
Get What You Give. Oh,
You Only Get What You Give.
Yes.
it's shoot.
The band is not that popular.
It's not
I
Yellow
know.
Card. It's
No, this is the only one.
What's funny is that the album cover is yellow.
Isn't it?
That's what you're thinking of.
Isn't it something Rascals?
No.
Oh. It's like
man, if
it's
you
like
say it, I'm
isn't
gonna
it like
be-
the
Yeah.
something something?
You're probably thinking of the Verve, and it's not them. That's who I thought it was when I first heard it.
I thought one of those was
I had this on like a mix CD,
Yes.
but I can't. But what's the name of this
100%.
band? I can't remember.
dude, I don't remember.
New Radicals.
Isn't it the New Radicals?
It's just New Radicals.
You were
New
thinking
Radicals.
Little Rascals.
Rascal Flats, Radicals.
All
Like, I
last-
remember
last
watching-
one, so I can tie this up.
That was it.
That was it.
7 with You Wreck Me. Yeah.
That was I have such clear memories of watching TRL and that song.
Just
Okay.
for the record, John
Yeah.
did beat me 2-1, but that means collectively we only got 3 out of 7.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, song
Well,
title.
See, I
and
got the
band is
song
hard.
title there. You got about 3 of just the band, but
The
no
band,
song
Right.
title.
If they were all, we'll add it up if they were all worth 0.5. But I think you still won, John. Anyway, that's our set list. It's a fun set list.
That's a fun set list.
Playing
Get
all
What You Give.
90s.
Those,
yeah.
those are
That's a 90s song. That's like an early aughts, isn't it?
No, I think it's like 97,
No.
98.
I would have thought that's like 01, 02.
Let's look.
That's a later one, I'm sure.
97.
Wow.
Yeah.
dang.
That was
Here I am making all these predictions
Remember
about
that
what's going to
album
happen.
art?
No.
Here I am.
I've never listened to another one of their songs.
The whole album is terrible. I was like, oh, this song's great. I'll go listen
Yeah.
to the whole thing.
Well,
Nope.
You did all those 90 songs and Chumbawamba Tub Thumping was not
I know.
one of
I
them.
know. I was waiting for Barbie Girl.
There's no like U2 or anything. I was like, come on, guys.
No. There's no Gorillas.
I know. I was waiting
Or
for
what
like
was-
Weezer, Nirvana.
Yeah.
Those are all kind of alt,
Yeah.
radio hits kind of thing. So
No Toad the Wet Sprocket.
I liked Toad the Wet
There was,
Sprocket.
you know
course you
what?
did.
You know what?
They
There
were
was.
great.
Why was
We
there
all
no
did.
ska on that list?
Well, because we've all forgotten
Yeah.
about ska.
That was an embarrassing mark on the 90s.
There was
Has
no,
there
like-
been a shorter-lived music genre than ska?
What about
and more made fun of since then.
what's the band I'm
Maybe
thinking?
disco?
What's the band I'm thinking
Ska
that
was,
has
it
like
was
the,
like 5 years.
It was a big 5 years though, dude. They hit it hard.
What's the band with like the weird bass sounds and the guy just yelled and it was like all funky? And,
Sum 41.
no, that they're Canadian.
The weird bass sound? Primus?
Yes, Primus. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guessed that one really
True or false?
easily.
I've seen Primus live in the last 5 years.
Wow.
Unfortunately,
Also,
true.
right before I came over here, I saw an article that said Metallica is touring and Linkin Park is opening and they're coming to Nashville.
Shut your mouth.
Okay, last thing. Last
Can't
thing.
go.
Okay,
Last
on
thing.
the-
What's your
I'm-
opinion?
On the record, I don't care how much that costs. I'm paying for
Last
it.
last
I'm
thing.
buying
Last
it.
thing. We'll
gonna
end
go
this.
Metallica.
We're gonna go. We're
Last
gonna
thing.
go
We'll end this, and we'll get into 50. What's your opinion on the new Linkin Park singer?
I thought she sounded a lot like Chester.
I mean, she definitely has a.
That
There's
yell
some similarity
Yeah.
on
It
stuff.
It is
yeah.
really
That's
cool.
good.
Yeah.
I approve.
I think it's great.
I mean, there's like weird like Scientology drama happening or whatever,
who
but
cares
I
about
don't care about that.
Listen, say what you want about Scientologists. A lot of them are very talented. They keep showing up everywhere.
Her, Tom
Hollywood,
Cruise, yeah.
music, whatever
Yeah.
they're doing, it's kind of working in that way. I
Right.
wouldn't recommend it, but
Not getting in the way of their
if
art.
someone gives you
Yeah.
a sitcom,
You know what I mean?
yeah. If someone gives you a sitcom, I might watch it.
Yeah. Tom
I'm gonna
Cruise is so fast.
Yes.
He runs.
I'm just gonna judge. It's like, is this a good show? It is.
Right.
Scientologist, like, meh.
If you didn't tell me that he
Yeah.
was, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm not joining your church, but this is a funny show. This is a
Right.
nice record.
Can't we talk about this without talking about
Yeah,
this?
it's fine. It's fine. I'm not that concerned. You know, everything's been act like it's always great. Though they're abusing people, it's like, don't go. No one's ever tried to get me to join Scientology. It's been very easy to not be victimized by Scientology. That might be. Well, I want to say, listen, that might be the most.
Look at him. You got him.
That might be the most insensitive take, because I know a lot of people's lives have been ruined and there's all these documentaries.
Right, yeah.
But all I'm saying is, in my 35 years, I have not. It's been very easy.
Yeah. Almost
I have-
effortless.
I think quicksand has been a much more real threat in my life.
Wow,
You know what I'm saying?
He's on a roll.
Swallowing gum
Yeah.
These are real threats.
Actual threats.
I'm
You know what I'm
crying.
saying?
I'm
Yeah.
crying. You guys.
Slipping
That
on
was-
banana peels, I think, have been a more real
Than
hazard.
That
Right.
was so good.
I've never had anyone try to get me to join.
It's so easy.
So easy to avoid
to
getting.
avoid it.
I'm not sure
Wow.
where
Put that on a hat.
where are they
man.
grabbing all these people that people are like, I just got. I know there's stories. I don't mean to like.
You're not trying to.
I'm
yeah.
just saying. I don't.
Also, I've heard like this. I listened to this podcast a long time ago, and this guy was talking about his like journey into Scientology.
Yes.
And how expensive it was.
Well,
you,
yes.
you think that Christian churches
prohibitive.
like are trying to like get a lot of money or whatever?
Yeah.
Like no, Scientology is prohibitively expensive for most people.
Yeah. The cost of entry. We can't even get abused.
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
That's really
okay.
funny though.
All right. Well,
Hey, it wasn't a throwaway episode. That was
not
quite,
at all.
Quite the
There's
episode.
some good stuff
Yeah.
there.
Jeez. How are we gonna top this?
We're gonna have to
50.
try that clip of us talking about Scientology. Just nice to go in the group. Join the group if you're not on there.
Hey, see you over there.
And this has been episode 49. Episode 50. Wow, can you believe it?
Coming our way.
Can you believe it? Here we go.
By your logic, they've all been 50. The last 4 of them.
Dude, it's true.
Wow, that is a good catch.
True. All right.
Or if they all been 45. I don't
Guitar
even know
friends.
anymore.
Yes, right. Actually,
right.
the next one.
Yeah,
will be
the
50.
next 5
It'll
will
be 50
be.
for the
This
next
has
one.
been 45 again.
This has been Guitar Friends episode 49. I have been HW. Y'all sign off. I gotta pee.
I'm in Seuss.
I'm still John too. I'm like gotta catch my breath.
Wow. That's going to get so confusing.